Number one, Mr. Alter wrote 4 irrational numbers on the board and asked Brian to choose the number closest to 6. Let's circle that. That's important information. Closest to 6. Which irrational number should Brian choose? Well, I know that the square root of 36 equals 6. And the nearest answer choice to the square root of 36 is the square root of 35. So the correct answer is C. Number 2, the square root of 75. Well, let's look at the answer choices. 6 is the square root of 36, and 7 is the square root of 49. So the square root of 75 is not between the square root of 36 and the square root of 49. Let's move on to answer choice C. I know that the square root of 64 is 8, and the square root of 81 is 9. So the square root of 75 falls between these two square roots. So the correct answer is C. Number 3. The area of a square is 105 square meters. Which of these is closest to the length of each side of the square? So the area is 105 square meters. Let's circle that. That's important information. To find the length of a side, which is what the question is asking, we take the square root of the area, and we notice that the square root of 105 is not a perfect square, so we need to estimate our answer. Well, I know the square root of 100 equals 10, so the square root of 105 needs to be a little larger than 10, so it can't be exactly 10 because that's the square root of 100. And I know the square root of 121 is 11 because 11 times 11 is 121. So it can't be 10.8 because 10.8 is closer to the square root of 121. We're looking for the square root of 105. So the correct answer has to be B, 10.2. Number 4. Mr. Foster stated that the circumference of Mars is 21,850.8 miles. Which expression represents this number in scientific notation? Well, we know that scientific notation requires the first number to be a number equal to or greater than 1 and less than 10. And we further know that scientific notation always has times 10 to a power. And I know that this power needs to be positive because the number that we're looking for is a large number. So let's look at the answer choices. 21.850, answer choice D, can't be the correct answer because that's not a number between 1 and 10. And what we need to do is we need to figure out where can I move this decimal to make 21,850.8 become a number between 1 and 10. So let's bunny hop. 1, 2, 3, 4 places. So 2.18508 is a number between 1 and 10. And I had to move my decimal 4 places. So the answer is C. Number 5. Albert earns $78 for working 6 hours. Which equation could be used to find the number of dollars D that Albert earns in 9 hours? So we have 6 hours, let's circle that, 9 hours, and $78. We could set up a proportion. Let's take a look at answer choice A. We could set up a proportion to solve this, and if we do set up a proportion, if we're going to use money as our numerator and hours as our denominator, we need to make sure that we keep our proportion the same. The units are the same. So $78 in 6 hours equals how much money in 9 hours? Well, look at answer choice A. we can't use money as our numerator in the proportion and then switch it to hours in the next ratio. So answer choice A can't be correct because the units are different in each ratio. Let's take a look at answer choice B. 78 times D equals 6 times 9. Well, let's see. 78 times D